Well, morning, fellow zombies. Are we emotionally screwed up and sleep deprived? Or are we the reverse on that one? We were John C. Roseman, California. It's the 30th of October, 2023, and it is 12:52 in the blessed morning for a Monday. The countdown continues until, well, whatever you're looking for right now, as it is. Ah, they call them Mother's Little Helpers. Well, Motrin. Especially when I need it for my back when I wake up this morning and finding out I'm like, I really needed this. No, I needed the pain medications for my damn back. I still hadn't gotten a mattress yet. I need to get one. This damn thing's killing me. Uh, Things are getting so crazy. I mean, we try to get we with everything happening these days, all the hullabaloo and hubbub and stuff like that. People find time to enjoy the Faux horror. To see what the real horror is all about. Other people are living it and wondering why. Try this one for, I got you in that one. It was a couple of days ago, probably yesterday actually. A flight out of Tel Aviv heads into an airport, Russian borders. Kid you not on this one. Not a joke. And the aircraft lands at the airport. All hell breaks loose at this airport. Quite literally. Not by staff, not by security, but by people who are pissed off at the Israelis. Assuming that there are Israelis on the plane, because the flight was coming from Tel Aviv, that naturally there'll be assumptions that there are Israelis on board the plane. And now captured and surrounded by those of the Muslim faith. And they've got it on camera and they've been posting it on social media. And they're saying that they don't want them there. They've got a lot of anger and a lot of frustration, and do I blame them for it? It's like now, if there are no innocents, there are no civilians, there are no, you can't claim this and you can't claim that, because now we've got you doing these things to the other people. Actually, the response is we specifically are not. Doesn't matter. We're open season. I was afraid more of this is going to happen. Was this the decision of Hamas to do this? I mean, seriously, was it Hamas who wanted all this coming down on Israeli? That they're going to turn the world upside down and against itself in order to either protect or object what the Israelis are doing and what the reactions are. And if this is what Hamas wanted, it got what it got. And now everyone else is freaking out, either turning a blind eye or splitting things apart. Either you support Israel or you don't. Either you support Hamas/Palestinians or not. And that's why I kept trying to ask myself on this one all the time. Is it the choice of the Palestinian people to support Hamas? And if they did they realize what the hell they were getting themselves into? And if they didn't support Hamas, how come they didn't rebel? Except getting their asses kicked left and right. People dying left and right. Doesn't matter what age bracket it is. Because once Hamas made that decision, they knew that the Palestinians heard about the plans and seen it in action, or even seen the training for it. They knew. The innocents. This is going to be ripping everybody else apart on this one. You see, this kind of reaction, I mean, it's one thing I've seen the protests in different cities left and right. Both pro on both sides. But to have an airport surrounded, glasses broken into, police cars being used as bouncy toys, rocking and rolling the damn car left and right, getting their frustrations out, and storming through an airport just to get to the plane, and then surround the plane to where the pilot can't get out of there if he wanted to, if he actually had extra fuel. And I don't know why he chose, or he chose in the first place to land over there. I don't know. But now we're seeing it in action here. So, I'm not hip on celebrating a Faux Halloween situation because I'm seeing a real life Halloween situation play out. Over the past month, I'm seeing this thing happen in October. I don't need a Michael Myers from Decatur to understand that their version of Halloween is a hell of a lot different than what we see in real life right now. Even though the other one is perfectly acceptable and it gets people out of their own negative viewpoints about a lot of things. I'd seen the news article that they had posted on YouTube a few days ago concerning about Michael Myers of Decatur. And I enjoy the antics. I've been watching it for a long while. I'm enjoying the antics. I can't get into the antics. Not this time. This time, the antics aren't antics, they're real. It just kind of pisses me off that I'm seeing an airport surrounded by angry people. And I'm not saying the types. I'm just saying they're people who don't like the Israelis on board the plane, if there are any. And if there are any, why the hell did they come to that airport in the first place? Why did the pilot wanted that area? Because it's a safe area? Not in the least. Not in the least. Tomorrow people are going to be putting on, well, actually this past weekend they were going to trunk or treats out here in Roseman. Different areas of Antelope Valley that people would go to. Being celebrated, Halloween spirit, if you will. Candy and a good time. I can't celebrate that one just yet. Not as much. Now, while I'm seeing the real stuff happening in real time, that there aren't going to be any happy days in the weeks to come. Even Ukraine can't even celebrate that because they've got their own horror story happening for nearly 2 years. Putin had a burn up his ass and decided he wanted to go out and create his own Halloween Horror Nights out in Ukraine. Thought it was going to be easy. The damn thing's depleting the world's supply of armaments because they're still trying to do a slugfest on this one, on each other. I'm still looking at the whole thing and I'm wondering what else is next. And to tell you the truth, I don't know. I don't know what to expect next. Are we in for it? I mean, are we truly in for it? I know when I get to school, either today and tomorrow, people will be wearing some sort of Halloween outfits of sorts, or maybe just shirts to show off. I'm seeing Halloween horror right now on a screen. CNN is showing what drone pictures are of a city being pounded into ashes. People are terrified. They've lost everything. And they have no place to go. Gets even worse. Just how the hell is the rest of us supposed to be able to deal with this shit? You know, I kept thinking back. I kept thinking back of how things could have been a lot worse, and yet I kept telling myself, for them it is worse. If these people wanted this shit to stop, they could at least just given Hamas to the Israelis and let the Israelis have their pound of flesh. That's not going to help them. That's not going to help them. Because all the images being displayed out there for the international to see, they're going to be condemning Israel like crazy. They're going to be jumping out their ass on this one. And then in different places, there's going to be a lot of angry other people. So much that they're willing to be really angry about a lot of things. Gaza has become, there is no civil order in there because everything's being torn apart. Hospitals are getting blasted. People are scrambling over what scraps there are left that the UN's trying to get in. If Netanyahu wants street creds, he's already lost it a long time ago. And I know what he's going to say at this point over here. Hamas did this to us. Doesn't matter. Responses. That's the thing. The thing is with the Israeli people, 2 words rings out. Never forget. Fine, they don't forget. And the thing is, they don't have to forgive either. And a lot of anger. A lot of rage, a lot of frustration, a lot of stuff going on. I tried to say something about this a long while ago. Gaza Strip could have been fit between Rosamond and Lancaster. if you looked on Google Maps. Just 25 miles long, maybe about 5 to 7 miles wide in certain areas. Longer than that. About 25, 26 miles. I could put that on the edge of Roseman and head into Lancaster for that one. Fit right through Lancaster, I guess. 25 miles. As for the width, that's no problem. I mean, hell, I could just imagine that being put right into the Antelope Valley. We had certain areas that we probably have that kind of mileage. We have that acreage. We're going to fit the entire community in that. Some people try to compare it to Manhattan Island. I tried to do that. Or even Detroit. Whatever kind of cities that you have about a 25-mile length and then about 3 to 7 miles width. That could be Gaza City, right? Actually, that could be Gaza Strip itself. My question, where the hell is these people going to go? How the hell are they going to get the hell out of there? And they have no clue. They're stuck. Israelis are trying to get the hostages out, but they're still going to mete out their anger and their ire for what the attack of Hamas did to the Israelis and to other people. How the hell am I supposed to be able to celebrate a horror weekend or a horror week when I'm seeing true horror happening in front of me? And you want to hear the irony of this damn thing? Or not, maybe not irony, but what happens if this continues on for another month? Even after they found the hostages alive or dead or both. Are they going to do, is it going to be bombed into nothingness? Leaving only the West Bank alive? Okay, you're probably thinking, okay, I'm thinking like an anti-Semite right now. No, because I'm thinking of the insanity happening at this point. Did Hamas really understand that their anger is going to be supported? Did they really want this? To come up with new generations for a cycle of hatred, so they allowed the Israelis to bomb the shit out of them? Almost into non-existence, which is happening right now anyway. That's the horrible thing about it, isn't it? If the Israelis stopped, called it quits, then what? Come in with relief trucks with them driving it? I think they had lost all the street cred they've got. They're creating another group ready to declare war on Israel. It was said that we've got more military coming through from the United States. More assets. It just never ceases. And if Hamas just released the hostages, would that could that hold back the Israelis? It's going to take them years just to get Cairo, actually get Gaza fixed somehow. Physically get reconstruction going on, but they just created another generation and didn't even realize it. They said they try to plan this as thoroughly as possible. Well, not thorough enough. And definitely not enough aid going through. Egypt doesn't want Hamas over their borders. They don't. And it sucks. Not Hamas leaking out and trying to escape. What if the other people wanted to get the hell out of there and can't? I don't know. I don't know how to deal with this. That's for damn sure. It was the Russian Republic of Dagestan. I was trying to remember. Dagestan. You know, I never even heard of Dagestan. There was a lot of republics in Russia that I never even heard of. I need to increase my geography. I need to. But they kept the aircraft out there. Russia tried to get security forces out there to disperse everybody. But for a while, the airport was the protesters. Anti-Israeli protesters. Well, this is what I was afraid of. I can't find any trick or treat out of this whole damn scene. This insanity. I'm sorry. I can't.